Well, hello there everybody. As promised, I'm doing a quick destruction manual of what's being built. As some of you already know, I've been slowly putting together all bits of code into one cohesive plugin. Yeah, and a few days ago I shared a short snippet of me working on it, and this video is basically, as I said, a quick instruction manual before I release the plugin to the public. I mean, this is very early alpha or beta, call it whatever you want. I mean, there is a couple of knobs missing, there is a couple of labels missing, screen is disabled for the sake of this video because there is some debug informations going on over here. So yeah, graphics looks the way it looks. I think it looks nice, but yeah, could be better. So as I said, early alpha. Most probably, as I said, I'm gonna do another video explaining all the quirks of that plugin and real samplers, but at the moment maybe I'm just gonna explain what each button does, each button, each knob, and then we're just gonna hear the couple of breaks, a sample that I've prepared over here. So yeah, shall we start on this side, because we're going left to right. So the first section is input noise section. The top control sets signal to noise ratio. It simulates what happened when you record very quiet material that ends up buried in noise. So if you keep it like this, this is the actual noise amount. I usually keep it at around 20% or something like that, and that at around 60. Next section over here, we've got a resampler, obviously. That's a sample rate reduction. We've got several modes of reduction. Initially I meant to do it continuous, but for some reason I end up using discrete steps instead. So you've got host rate, then you've got 32, 22, 11, 8.5, 5.5 kilohertz. There will be option to swap the values for bandwidth, because some AKI samplers, old samplers, display that values as bandwidth, which is, well, completely something slightly different. I mean, AKI samplers, I'm saying that as if I was modeling it after it, which is not entirely true. It's not modeled after specific sampler, it's just rather nostalgia. No, I would call it nostalgia thing, you know. So yes, that was the sample rate reduction. Obviously we've got bit reduction as well. 16 to 8 bits goes through, usually I keep it at around 12-13 bits. And we've got saturation knob over here. Several modes of saturation, oversampling. I mean, oversampling most probably be gone. We don't care about Nyquist, we don't care about saturations. Excuse me. The big knob in the center, obviously, is a filter. It's not one-to-one copy of all the old samplers, but yeah, it's modeled after Butterworth design, the same as it's in S900, S950, but it's not modeled exactly like them. Here is a quirk. This button attach and detach that from anti-aliasing reconstruction filter. So basically, the way those sampler works is, maybe I'm just gonna, oh god, sorry, Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry for your ears. I mean, yeah, so really sorry for your ears. The way it works is like when I play something, when it's attached, the lower sample rate, the obviously lower filter, And then we can go even further down. But at the same time we can detach it. So we might encounter a slight ringing or whatever. So that's how it works. Next section is some filter output scaling. I don't know if we're gonna keep it or not. And this is another quirk I'm gonna have to explain at some point in a different video. Switch capacitor filters or Butterworth filters, they should have very flat frequency response. But when I've measured S950, my S950 that I've got on my desk, I've noticed it got slightly bump at the top frequency, and this knob simulates that. So basically we've got, like, if you keep it at 110, 10% more, it does imitate that slight bump. I'll do another video. Anyway, obviously main volume, this is output noise, so you can do some voice after the filter. What else we've got? This section is how should I explain that? This section over here, because you see, this plugin is a FX, not a sampler, and the way you use samplers back in the age, it was you would sample this signal or sampler at higher rate and then downsample it or play it back slower from the sampler. And because this is a effect plugin, you have to buffer it somehow in order to achieve similar results. So for example, if I've got break, let's say like this, and I'm gonna speed it up. Oops, turn off warping. Even more. I can enable it and slow it down. It got its own quirks, obviously, because at this point we introducing more samples into the buffer than we actually getting out. So we have to store them somewhere. So I've created a buffer, but as I said, early alpha version, so this buffer got no end. So you can input, you can put 10 minutes into that, and you're gonna have to wait 20 minutes for it to out. That's why I've put a reset button, which also enable it. So this is enable, disable of that function, and this button is a reset of the actual buffer. So yeah, let's listen how does it sounds. Let's play, for example, this one. Oh. Yeah. So we can, at 22K, 12 beats. And we can do something like that, pitch it up again. Yeah, there is a slight ringing when you detach the filter from the actual sample rate. We can attach it again, reset the buffer, or switch it off completely. Yeah, that's how does it sound. I mean, most probably I'm just gonna release the plugin first beta version something around the weekend, most probably. I don't know yet, but yeah, it's in the works and it's gonna be available soon. Most probably I'm 99% sure, 95% sure it's gonna be donationware, so with no minimum amount, so you can, if you want it, you can get it for free. It's just a, yeah, side hustle. So yeah, this is it. Offcuts Labs presents RackRash. Peace.